All right, welcome everybody to the final. This is the actual final Group 12 GTP race here at Lanes Raceway for the Winter Series. As you can see with the shirts here, Winter Series here. To get these shirts, you must compete in a race. But if you do, you compete in a series race, we will order you one. Nonetheless, round robin 1 of 8 right now. We see our racers out there getting ready. They got their cars set up. Looks like they're about ready to go. Still same 3-strike system, 2 community 3 strikes. If you get all 5, your senior 5 strikes, you get your picture made. Racers, y'all ready? All right, watch your lights. Here we go, 4 red lights drop out to green and we're going racing. A nice smooth start so far. As we see our first community infringement here. Looks like Glenn Burton's car coming off there, off of blue lane. So he'll get a first community there. And Guillermo, he's reaching for a car. There's one more under there. He can't get. We see our oval racers. They're racing right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them in a race. Looks like one on orange taking the community and white. Ooh, orange, white, and purple. Oops. Purple. T, you might want to increase that from 65 to like 72, or you'll freeze everybody else out here. Just leave it on 72 so it'll cut off at 72. You don't want it cutting off at 65. If it cuts off at 65, we'll be hanging meat in here. All right, that looks like a second community for Nathaniel on white. So now we're in strikes. Nathaniel only eligible for senior 5 strikes. You missed. And it looks like we got a stalled car underneath the bridge. Glenn Burton's reaching there to grab it. And it's Classic T here from Lanes Raceway. Our very first shirt here made, L&P Thunder Series shirt. Looks like a couple people came off. One on blue there, that's Glenn Burton, and orange for Carson, and purple for Jackson. So blue, orange, and purple. There we go. Good clean racing. Jay Latham out in the lead right now, followed by Randy Kirtley. So we see another wreck possibly underneath the bridge. That's where I always had trouble, was underneath the bridge when I was running Bruce Bulletin's car a couple weeks back. Median best time right now is Randy Kirtley, 3.78. He's hard to beat here, folks. Jay Latham there with the 3.96. He's really close there in second. We see, I believe, Guillermo Sire there. You can see him coming across the screen here. He's working on his car. Gets 30 seconds, so Guillermo's going to take a strike there on red lane. Four red lights drop out to green. Here we go. yellow flag. Jay and Randy battling it out. Jay still holding on to the lead there. 11 laps. Now his median of 3.46. So the best median out there in a best time of 3.294. Jay's got that baby humming. Cotton Candy Randy there in the donut portion of the track there. You see him coming outside of the bridge there as we see Jackson reaching under the bridge, losing his ball cap there. This looks like it might be Jay Latham's car here. Nope, that's Carson Ross's. One of Jay's old bodies, I believe, though. So Carson Ross there on orange going to take his second strike. Look here at Cam 2 for the restart here. Cotton Candy Randy second place there. Jay Latham in first. He rolls out through. That's the difference between first and second. Jay there in the pack. Right behind him is Cotton Candy Randy in the rainbow car. He's encroaching on the pack there. Looks like Randy Kirtley might have came off under the bridge. Nathaniel Burden there on top of the donut, getting his car upset and come off. Take his time. Music provided by Epidemic Sound for copyright issues. My wife's got a handful full of cars there. I don't know how many cars are coming off here, but people are bringing them around. Looks like Nathaniel passing one to Randy there. We got one on purple, strike on purple. That's going to be second for purple. That's 3 for orange. And 1 for white. White and purple is going to take a strike for sure. 2 more for white, and that's a senior 5 strikes. 1 for green. For Randy Kirtley. Strikes all through the board. Yellow, the only one not to have a strike. Four red lights drop out to green. Here we go. 15 laps, 14, 13, 13, 13. So a battle for 4th place for sure between Glenn, Nathaniel, and Jackson. We see Glenn take the lead up there. 15 laps, encroaching there on 3rd position on Guillermo Sire. 50 seconds left to go in this first round robin heat of 8. And the best lap time right now, 3.163 for Jay Latham, followed by Randy Kirtley with a 3.160. Oh, Randy Kirtley just turned the fastest lap time as we get a hard hit. And that's going to be Jackson's car coming off right there. So that's his 3rd. Jackson's 3rd. He's coming off, and 1 on blue. So it'll be a strike on blue and purple. 37 seconds left to go in the heat. Oh, so we get 3 of them coming off there. Looks like Glenn, Nathaniel, and Randy. So let's go over there. Randy's going to take his 2nd. Glenn is going to take his 3rd, and Nathaniel is going to take his 2nd. Yeah. Oh, you didn't? Okay. All right, so Glenn's not on 3rd strike, so let me scribble that out. There we go. And then he's on his 2nd right now. So a while ago, he just ended up landing on start-finish line. 14 seconds left to go in the heat. As we get another yellow flag there, car to the outside. That might be Jay Latham there on yellow taking his 1st strike. And it is. He's going to take his 1st strike here. And that's a red flag rotation, folks. After the first round robin heat here, we got Jay Latham in the lead by 1 lap. Randy Kirtley and Guillermo Sire tied for 2nd. Glenn Burden 31, 28 for Nathaniel. Jackson 19 coming off, and Carson 12. Take a look here behind me. You see the guys unhooking their controllers. So they're getting ready to go around. I'm going to go ahead and clear the strikes out, and we'll be ready for next round. Heading over to cam 1 and 2, but we do have a little bit of a race going on here in the oval with the Daniels crew. So we'll leave it here. Be right back with you in about a minute and 40 seconds. All right, here we go. 4 red lights are dropping out to green. Let me get this back onto the main event here. The last GTP Group 12 for this season, Winter Series. It's starting to feel like Winter Series up in here. Until you turn the air conditioner on, it's freezing me to death. I got a hoodie on. So we see our first community taken here. And 2 cars coming off. About to take out my wife. Look out. Jay Latham going to take the first community alongside somebody else I didn't catch there right at the end on purple lane. It's going to be Glenn Burden going to take a community. Oh, and another hard hit. Someone forgot to blip. Looks like it might have wadded up 2 cars there, one on red and one on white. Nathaniel and Carson possibly. As they pass the cars from the wife, it looks like we might have somebody working. Yeah, looks like somebody's going to go work on their car a little bit. Pass it on to T or something, maybe. Well, we do know white is going to take the second community. Like Jay checking the track out to make sure it ain't up. Guillermo Sire there getting his car put back on the green lane. He's going to take a strike. Or community, sorry. Now we're into strikes. 3 strikes are out. You guys know the deal. Quarter of the way through this heat, round robin 2 of 8. Looks like purple's going to take a strike here. Best lap right now looks like to be Randy Kirtley, 3.241. As we get an incident there in the donuts. Looks like maybe Carson going to take a hit here. Nope, Jay Latham. Jay Latham on orange going to take one. Bunch of orange and black cars rolling around there. Carson actually in the high banks portion of the track there with his orange and black car. As we get another yellow flag up really, really quickly there up underneath the bridge. Someone forgot to stop. And it looks to be Cotton Candy Randy. It's one of them. And the other one is Jay Latham on orange. Orange going to receive its second. Randy going to receive his first. And a hard hit up in the upper high banks portion of the track. Looks to be Carson forgetting the blip. He's going to take one on white, his first. And a car falling all the way to the inside there. That looks to be Nathaniel Burton there on the backstretch on red lane taking his first. And looks like Guillermo Sires got his car in hand as we take a look over here at the oval. He's working on something in the upper right hand portion of the track there. Get a little bit of a taste of the hard body on the oval here while we're waiting. What'd you say? Another strike on white. Okay. And another strike on Carson here. And then, strike on green for Guillermo Sire. Ooh, and another hard hit in the high banks. Yet again, Nathaniel Burton's car coming out. It's going to be 2 for him. That car there looked like it was in the lane. Jackson just helping Carson out, getting his nose fixed there. Looks like he's helping out his arch rival, Jay Latham, too. Some really tight, close medians all the way down through 4th position. Randy Kirtley standing out a little bit by about 0.2 of a second there on blue. Blue being a very fast lane here. We're going to see another wreck take place here. See my wife behind me. Well, you can't really see her behind me. She is grabbing a car, coming around. Purple. So So that's going to be 2 on purple. Seconds left to go in the heat. Looks like we got another incident. I don't know what's going on here. Somebody's coming off. Nathaniel Burden coming off. So he took a strike there on the red, evidently. That's a red flag rotation. Let's take a quick look here at the track mate and see what our averages are. Randy Kirtley right now by about a lap and a half ahead of Jay Latham, but it's pretty close nonetheless. Only 3 laps separates them. 34.5 on average for Randy, 33 for Jay, 32 for Guillermo. It's a really tight race in there. Glenn Burden right there in the mix is 0.5 down from a 3rd place here. So it's within these guys' reach for sure. Then we start seeing a separation there. Jackson with 25.5, 23.5. Nathaniel and Carson 18.5. So all those guys there kind of battling it out a little bit. Nonetheless, going to take you over here to the oval. We can see we're kind of matching up yet again. We're having a double feature here. It seems like both racers starting simultaneously. So we'll leave her on cam 1 and 2, and I'll be right back with you. All right, folks, 4 red lights dropping out to green, and I need to clear the strike system. We are clear. And I think we're already into a yellow flag here before I could even get swapped back. 3 seconds in. See Jay rolling around here. Let's see what car he's got. Couldn't really see. It's too quick. They're on white lane. That's going to be Jay Latham. We're going to take the first community. side by side, red and white. Wow, Carson and Jay not giving an inch. Let's get a yellow flag here. Carson going to look up underneath there. And that's going to be one on white and one on red. So it looks like Jay Latham actually in contention for senior 5 strikes. We got another yellow flag. It's going to be the first of the strikes here. Not to mention, coming up next, we're going to have our final wing car race. We might take a small break in between so guys can get something to eat. I don't know. It depends on what they want to do. But nonetheless, our next race will be our final streamed race of the evening. And what I might do is take a more up close and personal approach with the guys here and not necessarily run the strike board. Unless I can get somebody to run the strike board for me that's setting out or something. But that's going to be a strike there for green. And what I was going to do is just kind of track marshal, kind of have fun with the guys. I like to have fun with the guys there towards the last race. That's why you don't see me usually a lot of the time stream the last race. Is I track marshal, cut up with the guys, and kind of just keep things off record, I guess you could say, as we listen to music pretty loud and stuff like that. When we do that, listening to music while racing, a lot of times it can come through on the microphones, but the way it's set right now, it's at normal level. We see Glenn Burton rolling around there. He's getting car put back on the lane here. That's going to be one for Carson Ross there on red. His first. I can't wait till next series. The brushless, nobody's going to be able to touch those cars but us here at the track. The guys are going to buy in on that series just for cost, for what the cars cost, so that we're not out any money here at Lanes Raceway, so we can still make the bills. And then every week I'll just pick the cars up and I'll mix them up again and put stickers on them, and we'll put the names in the system. We're ready to go, and I think it'll keep for some really interesting tight racing. And there'll always be 8 cars on the track, so I think it'll be really, really interesting. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go. Randy Kirtley's still your leader with 83 total laps, but that's starting to dwindle a little bit as we can see the Emerald Sire and Jay Latham pushing back there in the podium. Anytime a man finishes in podium, they're really doing something. But Randy Kirtley there just able to keep control of his car just a little bit better as we see a strike happening for Glenn Burton there on black, his first. I even tossed around the idea to my brother about maybe putting lapel mics on all the racers, so while they're racing, you know, while you hear me talking, I won't hear these guys talking, but while you hear me talking, you can also hear the racers at a little bit lower quality sound in the background and see what they all are saying to each other and talking back and forth, and maybe get a better understanding of how passionate these guys are behind the trigger, I guess you would say, because they're not behind the wheel, they're behind the trigger. Nonetheless, Nathaniel Burton's going to take a strike there on green. That's going to be his second. Looks like there we go. Sit that. Little pickup there and a wreck on the back stretch there. Jay coming around with the car that wrecked, passing it to my wife. Couldn't tell who it was when it was going by. Nonetheless, Jay Latham. Uh-oh. I know he's up for senior 5 strikes. 2 more and he will be senior 5 strikes. 52 seconds left to go. So we get another 2 cars come off air. See who they are. There's one for blue. To put him back on. He came off when red. It looked like he came off because he was in the back of that guy. So, all right, whatever. If they want to give him a break, they can give him a break. Nah. Thank you, though. 46 seconds left to go in the heat. So they gave Guillermo a break there. He was in the back of the car. I would assume he would have been out of the slot, but I don't have a real good view here, so I'll go by the racers. If they say they want to give him a break, they will give him a break. So we see a car popping off here. It looks like Jay Latham on white lane. Uh-oh, folks. He's 1 away from a senior 5 strikes. You can see it here. 1, 2, 3, 4 on white. 1 more, and he is senior 5 strikes. And what music we got playing right now for him to be senior 5 strikes. A little Wild West music, spaghetti western music. And then again, we may not see a senior 5 strikes here tonight. It's a rare occurrence unless I'm racing. And I tend to get senior 5 strikes every single time I race. So Glenn Burton coming off there on black lane. He's going to receive a strike. That's going to be his second. Carson Ross helping him get his car put back on. Guillermo Sire there in second place. Jay Latham in third, tied up with Glenn Burton. Randy Kirtley 103 in first. 4 laps ahead. If we get a red flag, a rotation. And on both tracks, both oval and orange, we're tying up here. Both of them ending their races, heats. 104 for Randy Kirtley, 34.7, 33.3 for Guillermo Sire. And Jay Latham 96 to round up your top 3. So look over here at the oval, we can see the hard body racers over there getting their cars matched up. Of course, the hard body section of the Winter Series is over, but we'll be having the hard bodies come back in our next series. The guys love the NASCAR hard bodies. And over to cam 1 and 2. Going to leave it here for you as I clear out the strikes here. Better do that so you guys can see me clear them out. And I'll be right back with you. All right, full red lights dropping out to green. We're going back racing. I just heard from Briney over there that Triggerman Gunner beating them over there on the oval. So we get a car to the high outside here. Going to be our first community coming up here as we see Jay Latham coming around there to collect said car. I believe it's his own. It isn't. It's actually Carson's. So Carson going to take the first community. Right now, the only person eligible for a senior 5 stripes. Carson actually been handling this car quite well as he's been having a little bit of practice. He was coming into his own the last time he raced this and keeping the car nice and under control. Now we can see that he's doing quite well this race. And I think he might have came off again underneath the bridge there. Might have took somebody with him. And yes, he did come off yet again. So Carson took both communities here. He is eligible for senior 5 stripes. So we see what looks to be Carson yet again coming off there. Quite quick on the pull, and it is. Carson getting very, very close to finishing the senior 5 stripes. Hello, T. Got another car off coming here. We see Jay. He's coming around to find it. And it looks to be Jackson, from what I can see. Only seen a little bit. And it is Jackson. He'll take his first strike. We've got quite a bit of racing left to go here in the heat. Uh-oh, so we get a car on its lid there in the donut portion. Barely see it in the upper left-hand portion of your screen. See Jay Latham fishing one out too. Oh, looks like Carson's one of them, and the other one might be Glenn. Yeah, Glenn Burden on yellow is going to take one. His first. Carson's fourth. He's one away, folks, from a senior 5 strikes. Looks like it's took us 12 heats to get to the senior 5 strikes. Opportunity here. Only one other person got it within 4 strikes. As we see Glenn Burden's car popping off again there on yellow. Carson's bound to be feeling the sweat of the senior 5 strikes. If he gets one more, he will be getting a photo made. Best lap time right now that looks to be Guillermo Sauer, 3.170. Best medium, Randy Kirkley, 3.38. Minute left to go in the heat, and we got another one that came off. We don't know who it is just yet. Somebody's under the bridge. it is going to be Nathaniel Burden on purple. Or Guillermo Sire on purple, sorry. Ooh, and a hard hit, and this looks to be Carson's last one, folks. Senior 5 strikes, Carson. He's going to take it. That's a bingo, folks. Senior 5 strikes, also known as Carson. He's going to be getting his picture made for acting like a Yahoo. He's going to get a Yoo-hoo. We're also going to see Nathaniel Burden take his first strike. Got another car coming off the track here. That looks to be Glenn Burden. Nope. Right here. That was Randy Kirtley on black. It looked like the monster car, but now I see the monster car up on the top portion of the donut. Ladies and gentlemen, I see what you see, so I just know some of the guys' cars paint liveries. Some of them I've actually painted, and sometimes in the right light they all kind of look similar to one another. Let's get 2 cars coming off there. One of them is going to be Jackson, and the other one is going to be Glenn Burden. So Glenn Burden's going to take his third, and Jackson is going to take his second. Hey. All right, folks, we are out of Yoo-hoos. Well, we'll still get a picture of Carson, and we'll owe him a Yoo-hoo. This ain't the first time we've owed him a Yoo-hoo for being a Yahoo. Carson will get his picture made, though, as senior 5 strikes. And round robin, 4 of 8. As we got a round rotation right now. Look here at the track mate. Randy Kirtley out in the lead, 140 total laps, 35 on average. Guillermo Sire, 34 on average with 136. Jay Latham right there with him, 32 with 128. Glenn Burden there in 4th place, 124. Jackson right there behind him with 29.8 on average with 119. Nathaniel, 107, 26.8. And Carson Ross there with senior 5 strikes, 19.8 on average. Total laps is 79. Taking a look over here at the oval, we can see that senior 5 strikes, we need to clear that out for Carson for the next heat. Going over to the oval, we can see that they're still running a little bit left of their heat on the hard body class here. As one of them gets pushed to the outside there, and their heat's over now. We're going to take you back to cam 1 and 2, and we'll be right back with you.
Race starts in 20 seconds. The race starts in 1 minute. Race starts in 5 seconds. Get ready.
All right, folks, we're back. 4 red lights dropping out to green. Just heard some bad news, folks. I don't know. He may change his mind later on. But Carson says he is not going to be joining in to the spring series. So, sad day to see Carson giving up. But nonetheless, he may change his mind. He might just be having a bad day. Nonetheless, first strike we're going to see here is going to be for Glenn Burton there, Community 1. And I believe that's it. See Glenn Burton coming out again for his second strike for Community. Now we're in strikes. Looks like Carson going to take his first strike. And it looks like Nathaniel going to the high outside of the donut portion of the track. Take a strike. Looks like Gold Dust there in the top portion, right on the straight before the S there coming out. He's going to take a strike there on White. And a hard hit in the donut portion of the track there. We got Glenn Burton involved in that incident. Cotton Candy Randy and I believe Jay or Carson maybe. And another one. Looks like 4 cars total here. I'm just going to wait till she gets them all put down to see. So it looks like Guillermo Sire is definitely one of them. So that's going to be one on black. I know Randy's one of them. Randy, Guillermo. Black, yellow, blue, and orange. Second for Carson and 1 for Glenn. going to be a strike for Carson there on blue lane. His third. That's the third one for blue. That was his third strike. Yep. Getting the car up underneath the bridge here. It looks to be Nathaniel, but I can't really tell. Yep. For Nathaniel here. That's his second. Burton's going to pop off there. Glenn on orange. Going to take a strike. His second. Another yellow flag here. Car off underneath the bridge here. To be maybe Jay Latham. So Jay Latham going to take his first strike. Yeah, I got it. And that's it for round robin 5 of 8. So we see it called pop out right there on yellow, right there towards the end. That's Randy Kirtley. We'll take a look over here at the track mate here. Randy Kirtley in the lead, 177 total laps, 35.4 on average. Guillermo Siren second, 173, 34.6 on average. And Jay Latham in third, 163, 32.6 on average. Glenn Burton right there in fourth place. He's in 30.8 on average. He's going to have a little bit of pickup to do on these shorter lanes there, but he's got a chance to get that third, and so does Jackson there as he's at 151. Nathaniel Burton there, 27.6 on average, 138. Probably away from the podium. Not going to probably bring a podium home here tonight. And then Carson Ross with 93, struggling with the GTP class here. Take a look over here at the oval. We see the guys still out, got their cars out in this heat, but we need to clear the strike system here for the next round. And we'll see a little bit of this oval action, and we'll be right back with you in a minute and 44 seconds. All right, here we go, folks. 4 red lights dropping out to green, and we're in round robin 6 of 8, 3/4 of the way there. And Randy Kirtley, your leader by 4 laps. The strike board has been reset, and this is the last time you're going to see the Group 12 for this series being run here at Lanes Raceway. You see a car fly across the screen from the oval race. Watch out. Things are flying. First community is going to be on Nathaniel. The yellow flag there looks to be Jay Latham. It is Jay Latham's first community, or second community, sorry. Now we're in strikes. Guillermo Sire with the best lap, 3.159 currently. What's going on here? It's like Nathaniel Burden's car having some issues here. Looks like he lost that rear wheel. So Nathaniel going to take a strike here. I don't know. Yeah, he's tough. Second, folks. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry about that. That's oval. There we go. Had a timeout there, so we got the standings back up there, and that's going to be a strike on Carson, his first. Jay Latham's going to come off again there on blue lane. But it's his first strike.
Get ready.
And Jay's going to come off again. Possible issue there on the track for him to be coming off so often. That's his second strike.
Get ready.
And we got another yellow flag, just like on the other side there, possibly. I don't know. It looks like his car's in though on black lane. We'll see though. All right, that's Cotton Candy Randy is one of them. Let's see another one. It's gonna be Jackson. Well, no, Cotton Candy Randy and Jay. That's Jay's third. See Cotton Candy Randy coming off yet again here. It's going to be 2 for him. And 1 on purple. So that's going to be Carson's second strike. And that's it, folks. End of that round robin 6 of 8. 213 total laps. Randy Kirtley, Guillermo Sauer 211, and to round up your top 3, Jay Latham tied with Glenn Burden for 186. What a race it's becoming. Jackson now 183, 3 laps down. So those all the way down to right at 5th position. There's a battle for the top 3 positions. There's still a lot of racing left to go. Heading over here to the oval, you can see the hard body race still rocking and rolling here. Got 6 racers in that tonight. Several wrecks there. So we get a couple riders there. Pretty interesting little clip. And a nice emerald green Charger there. Looks pretty nice. Need to go ahead and clear the strike system here. And I'll leave you here with cam 1 and 2. Be right back with you. All right. Looks like 9 seconds. We'll be going back green racing. Got me a clearly Canadian country raspberry to drink. Actually, my wife got it for me. But nonetheless, pretty good. A little bit of a lockjaw scenario going on there. Pretty good stuff, though. We got this one and one more. And that's it for the Group 12 GTP. Randy and Guillermo neck and neck there. Just a couple laps separates these two. Randy on the strong suit there on the inside as we see Carson go to the outside there on the donut portion of the track. He's going to take the first community. That's going to be on Black Lane. And it looks like one on red and one on white too. So Randy and Glenn will take a strike. Jay Latham and Glenn Burden really close together too. 2 laps separates them, 1 lap separates Glenn from Jackson. It's a battle top 5 for the podium for sure. As we get another yellow flag here. And that's going to be one on Black Lane Carson. Second community. Now we're in strikes, folks. Almost need a camera set up so that the guys can flash the cars to the camera so that we get a little inside intel. Another yellow flag there. Glenn Burton looking under the bridge. The bridge, the main corporate tonight for taking out cars for sure. And that's going to be a strike there for Jay Latham on purple. His first. Glenn Burden and Jackson tied 1 in and 5. They're both pushing up the best that they can against Jay, trying to take that podium from him. To another yellow flag and a crash on the backstretch there as we see Jay Latham coming around. Jay Latham, last week it was, had a pretty rough deal holding it off all the way through and then giving it up there towards the end. Hopefully we don't see the same thing take place again this week as Jay gets another strike there, his second. One more and that's it. So he's going to have to calm her down a smidge here, maybe give up a lap or two to these guys and not try to push so hard to stay in that podium position and fight it out in his final heat when he gets a little bit better lane positioning. 48 seconds left to go in the heat. We see Jackson take Glenn there with 22 laps total. As he's battling now, Jay Latham getting one up on him. But like I said, if I was Jay Latham, I would calm it down because there's 2 laps that separate them two. And he doesn't want to make it to where that he crashes and then gets it up to Jackson there at the last moment. In other words, he needs to make Jackson work for it in the final heat whenever they're on equal playing ground, 3 strikes for 3 strikes. As we see Carson's car go to the high outside there on the donut portion of the track. Carson's going to receive his first strike here. And there it is, folks. That's the end of the round robin heat there, 7 of 8. We go over here and take a look here at the track mate. Guillermo Sire now 1 lap ahead of Randy Kirtley, 35.6, 35.4. This is the first time we've seen Randy drop to second position all day long. He held off first place in the first race there, the wing car race. Jay Latham there in third place, holding it off, 221 to 218 to Jackson. Glenn Burden dropping down to 215, but it's still anybody's ball game, and he's top 5 here as we come into the final heat. Heading over to the oval, we can still see the hard bodies going hard at it. But every time I come here, I'm hit with the realization I forgot to drop the strikes off. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'll leave you guys here with the oval and be right back with you. All right, 12 seconds before we see those lights into the final heat here for the GTP Group 12 class here. Some of the guys running Hawk 6 cans, some of the guys running the Coford Ultralight cans here, but nonetheless, some good close racing here in the Group 12. As we can see, the top 5 all have a chance at that podium finish. They just need a few mess ups from some people, including Jay the most, as they need Jay to come on out. So right out of the gate here, first community down, we see a car coming off. And that looks to be Glenn Burden off of Green Lane, going to take the first community. somebody else came off there, but I can't see who it is unless that's no, Jackson's still in blue. So seeing Jay over there messing with his rear end. Don't know who it is. Oh, looks like Carson's car coming off on the upper portion of the donut. I didn't see it actually come off there. So Carson's going to take the second community there on yellow. And that's all the communities. Now we're into strikes. 3 strikes are out, each individual.
Race starts in 20 seconds. Ready.
And we got a little bit of an incident on the backstretch there as 2 cars get split.
Get ready.
So that's going to be 1 for Nathaniel and 1 for Glenn. And we got one coming off there in the horseshoe portion of the track there. That looks to be either Jay or Carson. I believe it's Jay because Carson's still in the hip there. So let's go to black and give one there for Jay. His first, 1:24 left to go in this final heat. Guillermo Sire, your leader by 1 lap. Randy and Guillermo, both medians, 3.29, 3.29. Best lap, 3.242, 3.202. It's so close, they're going to need to wreck. Somebody is. All right, we see Carson jaunt off in the donut portion of the track. So he's going to receive his first strike here. Get an incident yet again in the horseshoe. Horseshoe main corporate there's 8 of 8 right now. It's got 2 cars here. One of them Jackson, the other one Nathaniel. So Jackson going to take his first. Nathaniel his second. Got Nathaniel and Carson getting involved around the donut portion there. So that's Nathaniel's third and Carson's second. That's Nathaniel's third, Dad. Orange, that's his third. What's that? I don't think I counted that. I didn't count that. Yeah, I didn't count that one. I mean, just leave it. It's fine. If y'all are okay with it, just leave it. All this strike system's for is to keep y'all going. So if y'all are all good with it, it's fine. Then again, I guess I could have hit that strike whenever they were pushing him through on that one. I don't think I did, though, but I might have. So we all make mistakes. Like I said, all this strike system is for, folks, it's just meant to keep the race progressing. So if the racers are cool with letting people stay in, by all means, they can. But, you know, they're kind of under the same agreements here that 3 strikes are out. Nonetheless, we see a strike going to happen for blue. That's their second. That's Jackson. With 53 seconds left to go. So we get a yellow flag. I don't know who it is. That must have been Nathaniel's actual third there. Twelve seconds left to go, and we got a flag in play. What a good run these guys had just right there at the last little bit. Randy goes to look under the bridge to see who it is, and so does Jay as he's coming in there. It looks like Jay Latham there on black's going to take a strike. That'll be his second. All right, folks, that's it. Checkered flag rolling. Guillermo's going to take this one by 1 lap, folks. What a race between him and Randy Kirtley. 286 for Guillermo, 285 for Randy. Jay Latham, 255. Jackson, 250. Glenn Burton, 247. 219 for Nathaniel, and 180 for Carson Ross. What a great race here, folks. Check in one last time over here at the Oval right before I clear this. Check in over here at the Oval real quick. We'll see the hard bodies coming to a close here pretty shortly here too, so they'll be getting some track bucks as they had more than 4 people. Nonetheless, this is Donnie here at Lanes Raceway. Group 12 in the bag for the Lanes Raceway Winter Series 2024. It's in the bag. Coming up next, we got the Wing Series, Group 20, and that's going to end it for the Winter Series. And then we're going to move right into the Spring Series. Carson, you coming to Spring Series? As he walks away, trying to get him back into the Spring Series. Had a pretty rough ending there. We'll see Carson at Spring Series, won't we, Carson? Yeah. All right, folks. I'm glad he's back in good spirits again. We'll have to get him a 6-pack of you who would definitely be in good spirits in. Chocolate water, as he calls it. Nonetheless, God bless you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Group 12 GTP class here at Lanes Raceway for the Winter Series. Coming up next, Group 20. We might be starting a little bit later. Going to let the guys probably get something to eat if they haven't already. We'll see what they want to do. Or it could be right next. Anyway.